You broke my heart, then you walked away. Said that's just life, like that's what people say. You took my good nature and treated it cheap, then wondered why I didn't want you to keep. Well, darling, I'm older, I'm wiser, I'm fine, and karma has excellent taste in its timing. I'm not gonna chase you, I'm not gonna shout. I'll simply sit back and let it work itself out. What goes around comes around, my dear. It might take a month, it might take a year. You can run from the consequences, you can hide from the sound, but what goes around comes around. You can smile, you can lie, you can play innocent. You can swear that your actions were perfectly meant, but somewhere, somehow, when you're least prepared, that little old wheel is already turning. And darling, it's headed right there. You borrowed my money and never paid back, then bought yourself shoes in a limited pack. You told all your friends I was slightly insane, which was rather impressive considering your name. You stole my best recipe, claimed it was yours, then served it at dinner to 24. I could have been angry, I could have complained, but then your souffle fell, and I said nothing. What goes around comes around, my dear. The universe keeps remarkably good records, I hear. You can change your story, you can change your town, but you can't outrun the things you've sent around. Every little action, every little sound has a funny way of circling back around. So I'm not getting even, I'm simply profound. I'll let what goes around come around. Now, scientifically speaking, karma isn't a law. There's no cosmic accountant keeping score that we saw. But cause and effect, well, that's quite real. Actions have consequences, whether you like the deal. And here's a curious thing about human behavior. People tend to remember how you make them feel. Trust can be built and trust can be broken, and reputation travels faster than words when they're spoken. There's also something called confirmation bias, where we notice the things that support what we believe. So if you're convinced that karma's coming your way, you may notice it more when it finally arrives. And Newton said every action has a reaction, though he was talking about physics, not your ex. Probably, although I've met some exes who appear to obey both laws. What goes around comes around, my dear, and sometimes the timing is wonderfully clear. You don't need revenge, you don't need a plan, you don't need to become a particularly terrible man. Just live your life, let the universe spin, and let consequences decide who will win. Because sooner or later, somewhere, somehow, what goes around comes around. So keep your good manners, your kindness, your grace, and if somebody cheats you, give karma the space. I'm not saying I wished you bad luck. I'm saying when your car broke down, I was nowhere near it. When your promotion disappeared, I had no idea. When your new girlfriend discovered your password, that was entirely between the two of you. Karma works in mysterious ways, and occasionally very funny ones. What goes around comes around, comes around. What goes up must come down. What you put out may come back, and what you ordered online apparently cannot be returned after 30 days. So I'll raise my glass and wish you well. I've got my own life and a story to tell. No hard feelings, darling, no need to be profound. I'll just sit here smiling while what goes around comes around. While what goes around